Hey, it's Eric with Patch Foundry. That was a quick demo of the patch titled Shake, Shake, Shake for MainStage 3.7.1 or higher. It's part of the Cover Band Pack Volume 1 or as a standalone patch. Both are linked in the description. Now, before we start, the MainStage concert that this is running in, it took 6 years of development and it is free with every single purchase. There's a separate video I've linked down below where you can see exactly what it can do, some of the cool, unique features it has that no other template can do. And yeah, so we'll go from there. Then the second thing is this patch is not designed to sound like the original song. So the original song has it has its own thing, and we're going for something that's really appropriate for a cover band. And it's using 100% original sounds inside MainStage, just the stock plugins that we've tweaked absolutely to death to get to sound right. And yeah, it's its own thing. So anyway, now that we got that out of the way, let's jump right in. This is a really straightforward patch. There's basically 5 channel strips that we'll be using for this whole thing. The main feature, of course, is this amazing clap. And if you've ever opened up Logic and just fired up a MainStage stock clav chord, you know this is not how they sound. We've gone to extreme lengths to try and tweak it to make it really pop and hit consistent transients and all kinds of things. So you got this feel here, and that's the majority of the part. Then the second part we've got is this basic organ. You can adjust it with the expression pedal. And it's been EQ'd to work around that clavinet. So you got the and you can adjust the rotor rate with the expression, or I'm sorry, with the modulation wheel there. But that's the bulk of everything you would do on this particular song. There's some extra stuff though that we're going to go over here real quick. The first one is hopefully you're playing with brass in your group because it's so much fun to do. If you're not, you can literally turn on the gig brass here and it'll sound like this. Like that. Sounds fine. I am not a fan of brass samples. It's so much better to have a brass in your group if you're in a cover band, but this gives you the texture of brass and some of those missing frequencies if you don't have one. So altogether, you get this great and you can hear how that fills out some of those missing frequencies that you might need. So you can leave that muted, you can turn it on, it's your call. Now, that's all on the bottom board. The top board has basically the brass already turned on. And the goal with this, with all of these patches, is that you're basically able to cover everything you need with the bottom. And then everything you want is on the top. So a little extra stuff. So in my case, like on this song, I don't ever touch the upper board, but I like having an option just in case. So the option here is the gig brass, where I could do it's by itself. Or if I don't want to do that, I could always do the organ. Like that. And again, I don't ever touch the upper board on this one. It's just there if I need it. So that is all the sounds. We got 5 channel strips here. They've been absolutely expertly crafted to be able to fit together well and create the biggest impact live. Now, let's talk about CPU. Right now, I am running this on an M1 MacBook Pro from 2020. That's 5 years old at the time of the filming of this video. I'm also running MainStage at 128 samples. I'm doing 48K, and I'm running audio and video recording at the same time on the same computer, and I only have 6 gigabytes of storage space left on my device. All just stupid stuff to do if you ever would play live. Like, don't do any of those. You want to make sure you have 100 gigabytes of space open. You don't want to have any other programs open other than MainStage. You get my point. So let's look here real quick at what the CPU load is with everything on in worst case scenario. Now kind of stress test it. There's no voice limiting going on here, and I'm still at like what, 25 at the max? That's absolutely insane given how CPU hungry MainStage is. And the reason that this works is because we spent literally years figuring out what the best combination of plugins were to use in MainStage, and then we use them very, very sparingly. So you can load in so many samples and not worry about latency like you used to. You also have less memory RAM requirements than ever before. So this is 29 megabytes of RAM is needed to run this. That's absolutely crazy. And the practical reason this is important is you can load in a lot of patches and not worry about running out of RAM just by having idle patches. So anyway, that is the demo for Shake, Shake, Shake. I'm Eric with Patch Foundry. You can find more at patchfoundry.com, or you can just click the links in the description. Thanks so much.